How are you doing?
Hello! This is September the 16th, 2018, planet Earth. I'm not sure which dimension, omni dimension. Welcome!
Yes, hello, welcome to you. Jeez, where have you been?
Yeah, well, we've been busy with stuff.
Busy, yes. In here.
We've been sort of treading water and trying to get out of the muddy pits.
Most people are just scared of getting born. That's what's happening. You all got a little bit shocked and like, woohoo, ready but not ready. And then deciding now you're all going to just hide in your little holes and just see if you can escape the birthing process and somehow bypass it into the next level without graduating or writing the exam. So,
and how are we doing with that?
Well, to be honest, better than expected.
Wow.
Better than expected. The while Nadya was going in today, she was like, and she's like, should I bring my car? And we're like, yeah, but you're always connected. And she's like having this internal dialogue. And we said to her, why haven't you come? You know, why aren't you? And she said, oh, I'm so scared. I'm scared I'm not going to get the message. And what if I'm not connected? And it was all about fear of expectations or fear of, and what we wanted to remind her and everyone of, everything that you are not doing or getting in your reality is because you are resisting it with some form of fear and blocking it with some form of fear. Fear of success, fear of not getting it, fear of disappointment, fear of not having enough, fear of not being enough, so there's a lot of, and that's kind of what the birthing canal is about. It's getting that last little push when your doubt and your belief systems are countering your process. You are locked in a loop, and once the loop is broken, you can actually get through. But if you don't realize what you are creating through the loop, so what we wanted to focus on today is a lot about thought vibration, thought energy, which creates your belief system, which eventually creates your action. So where most of you are still getting stuck, which we will reiterate and probably continue to reiterate, is most of what is blocking you are your unfiltering of your thoughts. You're not filtering any of your thoughts, and you don't think it's possible. You assuming that thoughts just happen, and then you just let them flourish or thrive or go through. And some you pay attention to and some not. And the ones that you maybe pay too much attention to are the negative ones. So the attention is to say that also what Nadya got in this week was quite a lot of clarity. Oh, they're beautiful, these beautiful birds. What she got clarity on was insight and realization that clicked in for her, which was about that she started being able to filter her thoughts. Something she's been trying for a very long time and very unsuccessfully not been able to do, which has led to a lot of drama and turmoil in her life and her existence, because she allowed thoughts to become her personality and shifting. So initially she started attaching certain words to it, which she's now starting to break down just because it sounds quite ominous and doom and gloom. But ultimately, what it is for her is that she used to see things in people or in experiences that she used to start labeling as the alcohol demon or whatever. So for her, it was a negative vibrational energy that would step into someone's presence, almost take over their thoughts, being, and speech and actions, and she could recognize it. But for her, it embodied negative expression, so she labeled it with a negative term, where now she just calls them attachments. Imagine things just a bit like a ribbon, which might be the most beautiful expression. It could be a leech, it could be something horrible, whatever you want to experience or make your flavor. But something comes. Imagine you standing in a desert, and everything that blows past you are these beautiful ribbons. And some get stuck on you, and some blow past you. So the ones that are stuck, now there's beautiful things that get stuck, and there's ones that you label, write on the label or the ribbon, a belief, a thought, an idea, action, but it usually starts here with a thought first before it becomes our actions. With, let's say, for example, I'm unworthy. I'm not. No one loves me. I'm unworthy. I'm a victim. Life is always rubbish. So there's 100 million attachments that you could have. The moment you attach and write and imprint it with your thought or belief, or you accept it, you go, I'm taking this on. This one's not blowing past. I actually believe this. The moment that attaches to you, it can come in as an energy. And at first it's very subtle. You're like, oh, maybe I'm not good at this. Let's use an example of what you, so let's use an art form, starting something creative or artistic, or she started doing resin, and so her initial thought is, yay, inspiration. I want to do this. This looks amazing. I'm going to be creative. I'm going to use it as a form of expression. She enjoys doing it. It's distraction. The moment she started producing something that wasn't matching her expectation, instead of not having an expectation and just enjoying the process, she started believing, I'm not good at this. So it's a ribbon she's had when she was very small as well. I'm not good at maths, or I'm not good at this, or I'm not. So it's something that she's attached to, or attached to her and accepted, that has ingrained itself into herself, that then eventually becomes your action. So then you look for the evidence of it within your life. You empower it with your thought, because you're now feeling it as an energy inside you. Then you create the action. She's producing stuff that she doesn't like, and then she basically concretes the thought, I'm not good at this. And then instead of countering the thought and saying, so what? So what? I'm going to become good at this. If I just practice more, it's rubbish. Of course I'm good at this. And the moment you shift that and detach from it and give it time to let go, so you can let the wind blow it away from you, what you think about it then becomes your belief system. If you don't counter these belief systems right now, all of your belief systems, the birthing process is about clearing, cutting off all of these ties so that you can be born without them. Whatever you're going to be born with, you're going to just repeat again. So how many of you want to repeat what you've just done?
No.
No.
Definitely not.
Nobody does, because you've got a lot of attachments too. Life is suffering. Life is inadequate. There's violence out there. The planet is in destruction. People are mean. Why financially I'm not well off? Why is my business not flourishing? Why am I not where I want to be in life? Why don't I have this? Why? So you've got all this discontent, all this sorrow and suffering, and all of those emotional content helps feed these banners so that they become bigger and bigger until you kind of weigh down by them. Instead of freeing yourself each time something attaches that's not of you, instead of letting it go and letting it blow past you, you take it all on. Now you're wearing this massive labeled suit. That's, yeah. And some of these things are dragging massive big banners that you're trying to walk with. That is weighing you down. And then you want to know why you're not feeling great. You're not feeling great because you are allowing all of these thoughts to run your life and your existence. You've forgotten that you are creators and creating your own reality. You don't want to do that because it's so nice to have the irresponsible banner. I don't want to do this. It's not my job. Someone else needs to do this. Or I can't. Everyone else can, but I can't. This is not my thing. And people also get attached to things that aren't there. So we talked about the family tree before and all of these things. Now imagine also you coming in. A nice example of what happened in Nadya's life is there was a massive breakdown and this energy came in to reunite two very opposing tribes to go forward. So two value systems very different, two experiences very different, and trying to join up so that it can create a greater consciousness for those dynamics, really contrasting energies. When they were struggling and these tags became so big that they became the person, and these two people were opposing each other, new energy came in and said, with love, you need to heal all of those things. You are not what you've taken on from your parents, what you've inherited, the labels they nicely come and tag on you when you are born, and that you think, hey, I'm going to solve this for you. And then when they come to you, you just repeat what they've done, expecting a different outcome. So, no. If you've taken on the angry banner of a parent or both parents or grandparents or whoever, how long it's come down your family line, and it's neatly passed on like a little rosette on your clothes, I'm an angry person. I've been angry all my life. That's just who I am. Just accept me like that. That's absolute rubbish. So if you want to believe that, energize that thought and create it, then of course you're going to be an angry person. Because what are you doing? You are creating a reality through your thoughts. You're creating what you think and believe, which aren't even your things anymore, and creating that as a stream of reality. So when you are looking at family lines, first look at your parents and say, what about these two people do I see? Because all of us are only one thing. Imagine we're all just one liquid, like we all cream soda. That's what flavor we are. So imagine love is cream soda. We're all filled with it. So now we're having something that isn't of that. So we choose another drink, ginger beer, which is not us, but it's still just an energy. Now, when you are asking yourself to be, all of everything that is not of cream soda isn't you, because that's who you are. We are all just one pure fragment of loving energy in all its facets. But when you have these attachments that are coming onto you, you start thinking the same thing we talked about, the flavor and the fruit. Now you're suddenly becoming this belief. Now you're suddenly pretending like your essence is actually ginger beer when you're not. You're actually just cream soda. So what I want you to imagine is everything that tastes, looks, smells, feels like that is not of the essence is not you. So stop identifying and saying, yeah, but actually I got it from my parents, or you don't realize what happened to me in my life. You know, I've been through and this is why I'm... No, you're not like that because of anything. You come in pure. You come in without attachments. You come in totally a bundle of pure life force loving energy. That's all you are, and a cute little body. And then as things happen and how you guided through life and what lessons you've asked for and signed up for with your environment that you've chosen, you've come in to rectify some stuff for your clan that you come from, your family, your unit. So you've said, okay, I want to deal with some anger stuff because I'm awesome at this. And they send you in. And you come in and you work it on your parents. You're like, okay, my parents have given me da-da-da-da. Here I am. I'm going to sort this out for you guys. And you don't. And then you go, this attachment that's here for you to look at, see, understand, and understand what anger is. Anger is just a light. It's just a light, like any other emotion, just to say something isn't sitting right. It's not in your vibration. It's not in your reality. It's not in your loving state. It's not in your godly essence. It's just to signify that you need to look at something. Then you can let it go. You can say, okay, this that's happening, I don't like, I need to change, I need to address this thought because it's not sitting well with who I am. I'm going to let that thought go. You come in and hold your parents' anger, or your parents' addictions, or your parents' victim state, or your parents, whatever they've got. And then you live that out in your life. And then you go, look what my parents have done to me. And they're going, excuse me, you came in and said you're going to come and sort it out for all of us. And you haven't. So there's no blame necessary. And also don't feed these tags with all your negative emotions. They don't care. They don't care that you feel bad and you feel guilty, and you feel sorry and pity and sitting there on your little rock crying for yourself. They really don't care. And the moment you do that, you're just feeding them. That's all you're doing. You're giving them nice, big, making them nice and obese, and trying to drag those obese strings around. It's going to be like really ridiculous. Yeah, exactly. You're going to look ridiculous. They weigh you down. So detach from them quickly, easily, by monitoring your thoughts. All you have to ask every single moment when you're starting to learn the filtering process of filtering your thoughts and clearing your mind and getting yourself in the right state is one question. Is it love? Is it coming from love? Is it loving? So whatever word around love, that source energy, whatever you've identified, whatever's your flavor for the purest, kindest, clearest, most vibrationally aligned feeling where there's lack of anything that is of negative, suffering, bad, whatever you've attached to, that just feels pure and you're in your perfect, greatest version of yourself. if that thought or feeling, is it the same as that? Is this thought a cream soda thought? If it's not a cream soda thought, it's not a loving thought, if it's not a vibrational match of whatever your words are that you've selected, if it's not of God, if it's not loving, if it's not source energy, then it's not you. So why get attached to it? Why believe it? Why would you believe something that is not true of who you are? For what purpose? Well, part of the purpose is to learn something that's going to expand your greatness. But what you guys get lost in is not that you want to learn the lesson, you get lost in the drama. You get lost in, yeah, but, you don't, the excuses. That little excuse ribbon comes in. Make up excuses for every reason why you haven't achieved what you've achieved in life. Oh, because I live in this place, and I live in this country, and my sister, my brother, my aunt, and I grew up in in poverty, and I grew up with sexual abuse, and therefore I can't have a relationship. Whatever you've made up and identified with in life is really stopping you, because the moment you are in your place, in your liquid, in your yumminess, you are creating, you are creative, you are bubbly, you are energized, you are awake, you are healthy, you are flourishing, and you are in a place to create things that give you what you want. So then you are in a space to get the things. You suddenly see life. It's like you woke up and the whole world is suddenly all bright and yummy, and you're like, yay! The only way you get there is to let go of these ribbons. Now, if you're going to go through the birthing canal now, which is, we've talked about this for a long time. Now, some of you are getting stuck in there. It's not a good idea. Okay? You're scared. You see the light, you're like, well, I've got to get rid of this stuff, but then what happens to me? You come out clean. You can have a restart. Life is going to have lots of places where you can reset and restart yourself, reinvent yourself. So who do you want to reinvent yourself as? And stop yes, but everyone says I am a jealous person. Everyone says I'm a victim. Everyone knows me as an angry person or whatever. So I can't, and there you go again. Attaching, listening, creating, seeing the reality in your life. Is the thought loving? No, of course it's not loving. Is it me? No. If it's not loving, it's not me. So goodbye. So the moment you do is you recognize the thought. You thank it for its lesson. Thank you for showing me that I am a loving, kind, beautiful being, and I want to create a different life. You can send it off however you want. I've started imagining sending like the little fluffy balls into the sun and making them go back into the universe as some loving energy. You can do whatever you need to do. But what you have is the acknowledgement that this and this doesn't match what you are feeling and who you truly are in your essence. And that's the first, recognizing. And you can label them whatever you want. You don't even need to label them, but you can. If you want to say, this is my anger, this is my self-pity, this is my victim, this is my I don't love my husband's family, this is my parents are rubbish, this is my kids drive me mad, or this I'm a terrible person, or I'm whatever you've attached to. First you can notice that it exists and I've taken it on somehow. Then you break any existence with it. I don't want to be attached to this. I'm learning my lesson, I understand. I'm choosing to stay in who I am. So it's my choice to let you go. And you unhook yourself from this. And however you want to imagine this energetically, whether you dissolve the ties, whether you dissolve ties, pray it away, imagine it being dissolved through some beautiful angelic energies, whatever you need to do, that's your flavor that fits with you. You clear yourself of these tags, these ties, these boundaries, these restrictions. You breathe them out of your awareness and you let them go. It doesn't mean they're gone forever. You might have several of the same ones attached to you. So when you suddenly get it up, now you're going to go, see, this doesn't work. That's your it doesn't work label is coming in. But this isn't how it's supposed to. Didn't I just get done of this thing? And you're like, yeah, but there's another one and another one and another one, which you didn't notice. And the sneaky one behind your back, the really big one. It's like a massive leech on your back. You didn't notice that one. So there'll be different ones that you have to continue. So this process, as you're now being born, is coming out. So if you want to come out with a whole coat of them again, really? How much do you want to suffer? But if you want to be clear of them, name them,
Shame them? No.
Name them, shame them. Cut your belief systems, ties them, but it's a continuous exercise, okay? While you're getting born, you have to practice. Get yourself reset. And also, what you've actually expressed is looking forward. Who cares what happened yesterday? Today's a brand new day. We reset. Isn't time awesome? We get to midnight and like Groundhog Day almost. Here we go. We have another day, another reset. Every night, midnight, we start again.
Yes, because if you look back, you're just going to recreate what happened yesterday.
But then you go, yes, but see what happened? This is why this person can't be trusted. And then it's just, I don't trust anyone. My nice big fat banner.
Cloak.
Yeah, cloak, a massive cloak that you're dragging for miles behind you. And you think this is awesome. But it's not, because it's just weighing you down. You're not getting what you want because you're getting stuck in holding on to these things. Because somehow you think you
And nobody feels sorry for you.
No
one feels sorry.
No, except you, with your little pity party having tea and biscuits. Kids all sit and cry for me. The energies love pity parties because they can all sit around the table and drink and eat biscuits. They love it because they just fatten up. And the fatter they are, the more you believe in them, because the heavier they drain your energy. Then eventually you don't have energy for anything. All you want to do is sleep and eat and have pity parties.
And you get fatter.
And you get fatter and fatter, and they get fatter. It's awesome. Because ultimately the contract with those entities and energies is ultimately just your destruction. You get nothing beneficial except a lesson. And if you don't get the lesson or realize there's a lesson, you might not always see the lesson very clearly, but all you have to do is thank them for. Normally the lesson is almost the antithesis of what they are, the opposite of what they are. If you imagine again the spiral, something we experience here as a gift on the other side. So jealousy could have a gift of trust. You know, there's different things that you might be able to get from certain energies. So maybe just look, if you're uncertain, just thank them anyway. Thanks for your lesson. I don't know what it is right now, but I'm going to see it. But thank you. And off you go into the sun and love and light. And you send these energies off the whole time while you're now getting born. You're all going to get born anyway now. But how are you going to get born? A cute, clean little baby? Or a baby with a massive coat on, full of attachments?
Ticks.
Yes, disease and things. And no, you don't want you want a healthy baby, a healthy, clean, naked, beautiful, loving bundle of joy baby. They are continuously around you to show you what we are really like. Just present, you know. They're just there. They're in the moment. They don't need to be in. They just are. They're in the perfect state of being all the time. So be mindful of what you are thinking and attaching at this moment, because you're coming through with those things. So leave behind everything if you can. Because I don't think you want to go to the next level with those things.
Thank you.